Hello students. So now in this lecture we'll see the new concept, the new type, that is the type number 6 based on condition. So remember this type number 6 as condition, where we have to find the condition when you have a line, a linear equation and a quadratic equation. So yeah, we'll see the concept first. So the type number 6 is what? It is based on the condition where you will have one linear equation, it will coincide or it will be perpendicular with one of the line given by ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equals to 0. So remember the type number 6 as you have to find the condition when you have a linear equation and a quadratic equation. Understood? So whenever you see a linear equation and a quadratic equation and it says that you have to find the condition, so remember that it is a type number 6. So exactly what we have to do and how to find the required condition. Now as we have the quadratic equation, the given equation will be in this form: ax square plus 2hxy plus by square, and the given equation will be in this form. That means you have to convert that equation in auxiliary equation. As we all know that when we convert a given equation, a particular equation, into auxiliary equation, point number one, when splitting of middle term fails, yes or no, taking common fails, and using the formula a square minus b square. When we cannot split a middle term, means we cannot factorize a quadratic equation, taking common it's not possible, even we cannot apply a square minus b square, so straight away we have to convert the given quadratic equation into auxiliary equation. So as we all know that how to convert a given equation into corresponding auxiliary equation, yes or no? The first step is what? Dividing by x square, then you will take let y upon x equals to m. As we know that the combined equation of this quadratic equation will always, the combined equation of this two line will always pass through origin. So when you will combine these two equations, this one and this one, you will get this answer: ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equals to 0. Yes or no? So when splitting of middle term we cannot do, we cannot take common also, and even we cannot apply the formula a square minus b square. So then we have to convert a given quadratic equation into a auxiliary equation. We have to convert into auxiliary form. After that, as we have one line, that is ax plus by equals to 0, it is a linear equation. Since one line is coincide of perpendicular, and we know that, what do you mean by this? It is also known as parallel, with one of the line represented by this. So what you will do, of this linear equation you will find the slope, and we know that how to find the slope by using the formula, that is minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of y. So linear equation, the line actually it is in the form of ax plus by equals to 0. So we will find the slope of this line using the concept, that is m equal to minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of y. As the line, this line, either it will be parallel or perpendicular to with one of the line represented by this, yes or no? And we know that m is known as slope But when we convert a given quadratic equation into auxiliary form, that m actually in auxiliary equation, that m stand for what? It is also known as the roots of the quadratic equation. So for this sum, we'll consider this m as a root. After finding m, as we'll consider that m as a one of the root of the auxiliary equation. Suppose here if you get answer 2 by 3, okay, so we'll substitute the value that 2 by 3 in equation number 1. So what is your equation number 1? That corresponding auxiliary equation. So replace the value of m by 2 by 3, okay, solve it, you will get your required condition. Understood? And this sum we cannot solve by using this concept. Which one? m1 plus m2, m1 into m2, by this sum of the slope, and even by this one, by splitting of middle term, then you will get two linear equation and finding the slope of this m1 m2. Yes or no? As here we have only one equation of line, which either it will be coincide or perpendicular with one of the line given by the quadratic equation. So we cannot use the concept of sum of the slope and the product also, and that means type number 2 we cannot apply the method number 1 and method number 2 also. Okay, so for this, whenever you have to find the condition, you have to stick with this proper step. Okay, so remember this. So whenever you have to find the condition, you will have one linear equation and one quadratic equation. So remember the type number 6 as you will have a linear and quadratic, and they will say that you have to find the condition. So these are the steps which you have to follow. As we know that when we convert a given equation into auxiliary, when splitting off middle term, taking common, and we cannot do a square minus b square, then only. So the step number 1, you have to check first whether we can do the splitting, taking common, a square minus b square. After that only we have to convert a given equation into auxiliary. Understood? So as we know that m stand for slope, but in auxiliary equation m is also known as the roots of the quadratic equation. So after getting the answer, after finding the answer of m, so whatever the answer you are getting, see to it that it will be the roots of the auxiliary equation. And one more thing you have to keep in your mind, that if it says that a line is coincide, that means when it is parallel, when you will find the slope, you will keep the slope as it is. If it says that it is perpendicular, as whenever the word comes perpendicular and you have a linear equation, when you find the slope, okay, so for the perpendicular, reciprocal the value with the opposite symbol. So this you have to remember, as whenever the word comes perpendicular, reciprocal the slope with the opposite symbol. If it says that it is parallel or coincide, so keep the slope as it is, because in the parallel condition we keep the slope as it is, and in the perpendicular we reciprocal the value with the opposite symbol. So these are the steps which you have to follow. So let's take one example. So we'll take the first example. As here we have the line that is 4x plus 5y equals to 0 coincide with one of the line given by ax square plus 2hxy plus by square. Okay, and then you have to find the condition for this one line and a quadratic equation. So now, as we know that as we have the quadratic equation, that is ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equals to 0. Yes or no? So its auxiliary equation, it will always in this form: bm square plus 2hm plus a equals to 0, or else you can show the step dividing by x square. So therefore ax square upon x square plus 2hxy upon x square plus by square upon x square equals to 0. So here we'll get a plus x will get cancelled, so 2h y by x plus b, this we can write as y upon x the whole square. A, okay, after this we'll take let y upon x equals to m. You can write that line, yes or no, as the line that is passing through origin. Okay, so therefore y upon x equals to m. So therefore we'll replace this y by x by m, y by x by m, so this will be m square. So that is, we can rewrite this equation as bm square plus 2hm plus a equals to 0. So here we got the required auxiliary equation. Yes or no? After this, we'll find the slope of the line, slope of the line. What is the slope of the line? We'll see for 4x plus 5y equals to 0 is m equals to, using the formula, which one, minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of y. So you will get minus 4 by 5. Yes or no? Understood? And we know that the line, since the line 4x plus 5y equals to 0 coincide with one of the line given by ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equals to 0, okay, so as the slope will remain same here, because the line is what, coincide with each other, one of the line of the given equation, yes or no. So we'll keep the slope as it is. If the question it says that if it is perpendicular, so in the next step, okay, this slope will, what you will do, reciprocal this value with the opposite symbol, so you will get the slope for the perpendicular condition. As in this question it is coincide, so we'll keep the slope as it is. So now after that, as we know that here m is what, slope, but in auxiliary form, when we convert a quadratic equation into a corresponding auxiliary equation, so in auxiliary equation actually m is what, it is known as the roots. Yes or no? So here in the next step I will write what, m equals to minus 4 upon 5 is actually one of the root, we can say root of auxiliary equation. Yes or no? As we know that after finding the auxiliary equation we used to apply the formula method. Yes or no? We used to apply the formula method, which one, m equals to minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a, where we used to get 2m, m1 and m2. That actually m1 and m2 is what, it was the roots of the quadratic equation. So that's why I said, yeah, m is what in the auxiliary equation, m stand for what, roots. It is also known as slope also, but In auxiliary equation it is root. So here we can write that actually this the answer we can consider as one of the root. That means one of the root, as there are two equation of line. So here consider that we got one slope, one of the line, that is minus 4 upon 5 is one of the root. Okay, so now after getting this one of the root, we'll substitute the value that slope in the auxiliary equation. So we'll give this equation as equation number 1, auxiliary equation as equation number 1. So we'll write substitute m equals to minus 4 upon 5 in equation number 1. So therefore bm square plus 2hm plus a equals to 0. Substitute the value. So m will replace by what? 4 by 5 minus 4 by 5 the whole square, 2h into minus 4 upon 5 plus a equals to 0. So the next step will be what? B into minus 4 square 16 5 25 plus minus this will be minus 2 4s are 8h upon 5 plus a equals to 0. So this we can write as 16b upon 25 minus 8h upon 5 plus a equals to 0. So now here we'll make the equation linear. That means we'll remove the denominator. So here listen what I will do. As here we have 25, so there are 2-3 ways in which you can make the equation straight, a linear we can say. Multiplying throughout by 25, or else make the numerator and denominator, make the denominator same. As here it is 25, so we'll make this denominator also 25. So we required 5 na, so we'll multiply and divide with 5. Here we require 25, so we'll write here 25 multiply by 25. So in the next step we'll get 16b minus this will be what, 40h plus 25a upon 25 is same. So in the next step we can write as what, 16b minus 40h plus 25a. So this 25 will go on the right hand side, so you will get what, 0. Okay, so that is, first you will write a, after that you will write in between h, and in the last you will write b. So this is what the required, we can say, condition. The required is the required condition. So got the idea exactly what we have to do. So the first step is what, you will convert a given quadratic equation into auxiliary equation, and we know that the line is either it will be coincide or perpendicular. If it is coincide, yeah, that means I will use the word parallel. You will keep the slope as it is. When it is perpendicular, so see to that I reciprocal the value with opposite symbol. As we know that m here actually it is a root, so we'll substitute the value of m in the equation number 1 to get the required condition. So now, yeah, clearly we can see that a required condition actually it is in the variable a, h and b. Yes or no? And the degree is 1. The degree of a is 1 and h is 1 and b is 1. So in simple language, whenever you have to find the condition with respect to a line and a quadratic equation, you will get a condition in terms of a, h and b. Okay, I hope you all got the idea exactly how to present the sum and how to find the condition based on the line and the quadratic equation when it is parallel, yeah, coincide we can say. So we'll take one more sum, uh, and we'll replace this word coincide by perpendicular, and we'll check what answer we'll get. Okay, so we'll take one example. So we'll take one more example, which is based on the same type number 6. In the previous time we saw a line is coincide with one of the line. So here we'll see a line is perpendicular to one of the line given by a equation. So as we know that here we have a quadratic equation which is in the form of ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equals to 0. So according to the rule, we know that we have to convert this quadratic equation into a auxiliary equation. Okay, so you will show the step, but for this sum I will write the answer directly. So the corresponding auxiliary equation for a given quadratic equation is bm square plus 2hm plus a equals to 0. We'll give this equation as 1 as we did in the previous sum. Understood? So here the first step will be same, dividing by x square, then after that let y upon x equals to, and then you will get a auxiliary equation. So for this sum I wrote directly. Okay, after this we know that a line is perpendicular. Maybe perpendicular means what? It is perpendicular. Consider that the line is perpendicular. So we'll write here, since one of the line, okay, before that what we'll do, we'll find the slope now. Slope of the line 3x plus y equals to 0 is m equals to, using the formula, using the concept, which one? M equal to minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of y. Yes or no? So you will get what using this formula? So what you will get? Minus 3 upon 1. So that therefore we can say m equals to minus 3. So we know that since one of the line represented by ax square plus 2 hxy plus by square equals to 0 is perpendicular to the line. What is the line? 3x plus y equals to 0. So therefore the slope of that line m will be equal to what? As we know that it is perpendicular, no? Perpendicular. So we'll reciprocal this value with the opposite symbol. So reciprocal of 3 will be 1 by 3 and minus will be what? Plus. So here we got the required slope for perpendicular condition. So the next step will be what? We'll substitute this m equals to 1 by 3 in equation number 1 to find the required condition. Yes or no? So therefore bm square plus 2hm plus a equals to 0. So therefore b 1 by 3 square plus 2h into 1 by 3 plus a equals to 0. So therefore b into 1 square is 1, 3 square is 9. So this we can write as 2h upon 3 plus a equals to 0. Further this can be written as b upon 9 plus 2h upon 3 plus a equals to 0. So make the equation straight. So cross multiply or else make the denominator same. So we'll multiply this by 3 to make that the denominator here 999. Here we'll multiply with 9. So this part will be what? B upon 9 plus 6h upon 9 plus 9a upon 9 equals to 0. Yes or no? So the next step will be what? b plus 6h plus 9a, the whole upon 9 equals to 0. So therefore b plus 6h plus 9a, so this will go that side, so this will be 9 zeros are 0. That is, we can write this equation as 9a plus, first we'll write a, then h, and then b. Understood? Which is the required, equal to 0, which is required condition for a line and a quadratic equation. Understood? So I hope you all understood the type number 6, how to find the condition when the line is perpendicular and when the line is parallel. So let's have a quick revision. So as we started with the concept where we saw the step how to present the sum and how to find the required condition, then we took one example based on when a line is parallel, and then we took one example where we saw one line is perpendicular. So in this way you have to present your sum and you can find your required condition, and see that your required condition, it will be in the variable a, h, and b. So in short I can say that you can remember this type number 6 as linear and a quadratic equation. You will have one linear equation, one quadratic equation. So this linear equation, yes or no, you will have this linear quadratic equation. So sometime in some question it will say that coincide, and in some it will say that perpendicular. But remember, in the perpendicular, make the see that you have to reciprocal the value of the slope with the opposite symbol. Without changing the slope you cannot find your answer. Okay, so that's the end of the type number 6. Now we'll see the next one, next type in the next lecture. Till then, goodbye.